So welcome everybody to my session. My name is Petya Dasheva. I work at the Mercedes-Benz AG, and I'd like to give some insights about the company, how I got there, and what is it to work like there and to build a career. Maybe a short part about me. I was born and grew up in Bulgaria, so I went to school there. And I got interested in computers very, very early, at the age of 7, I guess. So I started programming very, very early, and after that, I moved to Germany to do my studies in computer science, bachelor's and master's. So it was really my thing and my hobby and everything. And after that, I was on the crossroad. So I was wondering whether I should, stay with research. At that time, I was doing software development and doing some pattern recognition. So for explosive substances, pattern recognition for the military. And I heard from friends about Daimler Korea Days. So I went there. It was a 2-day assessment center. And after 2 days, I got a call that I have the job. So that's how it pretty much started. And now I've been there for more than 11 years, different positions in the IT and research and development. So data center, client and cloud architectures. And then I went back last year to software development. I'm currently team lead of Tuner Software Development team. And we are part of the MB.OS or Mercedes-Benz operating system, for which I'll also talk about a bit. So I love spending time with my son, who is 9 years old. And in my spare time, you can, almost certain find me at the gym. As you see below, here's my barcode. So scan it and add me on LinkedIn. I'll be happy to connect with you. How or why did I decide actually to come to Mercedes? I mean, we have over 170,000 employees from about 150 nations. This was, of course, like a huge motivation for me because, I mean, there are a lot of possibilities in a big company or in a big corporation. I really loved the end product, which stands for, a great design and luxury. But what really got me was the culture. I had 2 friends who were already working at Mercedes, and they were like, I got in touch with the company values, one of which is diversity, and I really liked it, and the people principles. So everything sounded like for the people, and I was like, wow, I didn't expect that from a huge company, and it really hit me. So that was actually the biggest motivation for me to start there. And as I said, I currently work at research and development. And really, every time we discuss like new architectures, new technology, or new methodology, we always talk about the people, how we are going to train them, how we are going to engage them. So we have understood as a company that people have the biggest value. And when you take care of the people, they take care of the business in the end. So that's why there are a lot of possibilities at Mercedes, to get your life balance. Even before COVID, we had a company agreement on flexible working, on mobile working. So at that time, I was in the IT, so I was like spending 1-2 days every week working from home. For example, as my son got sick, or I had to take care of something on the apartment. And after COVID, we didn't call the people, to go back to the office. And stay in the office for at least 40 working hours as other companies did. So it's really a balance that we have for years now. In mobile working, also in part-time working, job sharing, or even getting a sabbatical if you decide to travel the world with your partner or something. And as I said, life happens on the go. So if you decide, to have a family, to have children, there are a lot of possibilities to engage your private life and to bring it in balance with your career. You have parental leave until the 8th birthday, up to 10 years off for childcare, a lot of reintegration programs. So apparently I used this part. What was my way here? I was around 1 year on parental leave, and I know a lot of people who do longer parental leave, but I really love my job, so I really got bored at some point at home with the kids. So I decided, okay, it's time for me to go back. I need to see real people. I need to do some work. But I also didn't want to leave my son whole day in the kindergarten. So I started working part-time, and as he was getting comfortable with the daycare, I was able to work more during the day until after 2 years I was back on full-time, which was completely my decision. As I said, everyone can do it as they please and under their own rhythm. So there are also the possibilities for childcare. So 15 childcare centers. My son was also in a Mercedes childcare. There is emergency care, also babysitting services and holiday care. I have to say, I found my son's babysitter also through the Mercedes babysitting service. She's great, and he's very happy with her. And of course, you can take care of the elders too. There's the possibility to get a paid or unpaid leave to take care of your parents or elder ones. But it's not only, the people care. We are currently hiring a lot of software developers, and we ask the people from outside that we are trying to attract how they would like to work and what contract do they want. And they were saying, okay, we want a Google-like contract. And that's how we created the MB.OS working model. And a huge part of the MB.OS working model is also this, flexibility and the hybrid working model, which means in most areas, of course, where it's possible, people work 2-3 days from home and 2-3 days from office. And in my team, it's the same. And by the way, I'm currently in Bulgaria visiting my mother, and I'm logged in from here. So this is possible. Also, I have a guy in my team who is leaving to India in some months to get married. And he'll be working 3 weeks from there during the whole preparation. Another big part of integrating and coaching the people are the trainings and sensibilization, not only on the diversity side and personal growth, also on the technical part. So we have contracts with Udacity, which is a huge premium platform for trainings. We also have the Mercedes-Benz academic programs, which enable you to do your master's or PhD degree while working. Really a lot of opportunities for everyone. And a part of that, there is the job bike, there are the health checks. The job bike is actually very fun, to just ride to work and have fun and do your cardio pretty much, besides reducing the CO2. And this is actually many of the reasons that brought me to the company. As I mentioned before, I'm working in the MB.OS area. So what is MB.OS? Actually, Mercedes-Benz operating system. So it's a software layer connecting pretty much all the control units in the car, and we want to do it in-house. And therefore, in the last year, we have hired 1,300 software developers and software specialists. Our plan is to hire 3,000 in 3 years. So we are still hiring, and we're very interested. And I'm very interested in pushing women in this area. Maybe just a short side note from my experience. I was able to build my team myself, and those are 20 software developers, quality assurance guys, architects in software. So I built the team from scratch, and I had over 200 applications, and 15 or 16 of those applications were from women. So it was a very low percentage. I was recruiting mainly in Germany. It was a very low percentage of women that applied. And as you know, when you apply for a software development job, there are normally some kind of tests, to see your level of expertise. And half of the women, because I was paying special attention to the women in this area, half of them just decided not to do the software test without giving any reason. And this really shocked me, because the guys, even if they were unprepared, even if they had like 0%, they were just like, okay, I will do this. I will just do the test, whatever happens. So they were scoring like nothing coming out, and they were like writing me, and do I have a chance? And the women didn't really even try, to get a chance. And this is what really shocked me. So, I mean, maybe we'll need some time to, change the mindset. But let me just see a bit here whether I can see you all. I really want to ask you something on the go. Let me try to see myself again. Do you know who Ada Lovelace is? Ah, yeah. Anyone else? Okay. Very nice. Okay, so it seems like 50-50. So Ada Lovelace is practically the first computer programmer in the world. So the first computer programmer in the world is a woman, or was a woman. So she was active, I think, at around 1840s. She did the first computer program. Years before Konrad Zuse made the first programmable machine. And her work was really visionary, and she didn't get really any credit while she was alive. And as we can notice, maybe like half of us girls still don't know the name. So I think we have some stuff to do here. Let me try to. Thank you, Janka. Greetings. I'm also in Sofia. So I'm just sharing my screen again. And I just wanted to show some areas of MB.OS where we are hiring. So the first domain is infotainment and telematics. So this is the domain I'm working at. It includes everything you see on the MB.UX hyperscreen. So it's all the applications, whether it's navigation, whether it's like radio, Bluetooth, audio, online music, everything possible, telephone, all the nice things you get to experience to entertain you during your drive. This is one area. The other area is automated driving with the level 3 drive pilot. I mean, we were the first also to get to ride in level 3 autonomously. The third area is body and comfort with the energizing comfort. So if you haven't experienced that yet, you should. For example, after like a long ride, you get to, the system suggests you, to have some relaxing colors with the ambient light and relaxing music and the massage to recover after the long trip before your, meetings or family meetings. It's really cool, actually. And the fourth pillar is powertrain and charging software, so driving and charging, which means, in what way you can optimize driving your electric car, to get the most of it. So all these areas, we are still looking, as I said, for 1,700 more people, especially women, to support us in the software development and in the MB.OS. So I guess that's it from me. And we have some more minutes here, so I'm checking now the questions and see whether you have asked something or you have the chance to ask some questions now. If the 13 minutes we have are not enough, you have the chance to visit the Mercedes-Benz booth in the expo on the left side, and my colleagues will be happy to meet you and also to answer questions. And I'll be very happy if you answer my poll. Recently, for this quarter, we were like the most preferred company to work for, in the engineering and software area. And I really wanted to know how it looks like for women. Thank you, Mary. Yolanda, read ADAS algorithm. Nice. Very great hint. Thank you. Okay. Fiona, thank you for your feedback. So I've been with the company since 2011. Okay, so we have 12 votes. Do you think Mercedes-Benz is one of the top 3 women employers in tech? So 70.6% said yes, and 29.4% said no. So it seems that it's also true for women, which makes me very happy. I have a question about how you manage teams. Thank you for this question. It's a very good one. So I'm actually an experienced team lead when I came to MB.OS. So of course, we have the company values, we have the people and leadership principles that we manage according to. But I have a strong personal note, and in my opinion is first you have to choose the right people. And when you have the right people, then you have to give them enough freedom and possibility to try things and learn. And then in the end, you get a self-managed team. So it's a very interesting process. I started with choosing the people. And as I said, there were software tests, as for every developer, which, by the way, people, as I said, got scared of, especially women. But you don't have to score 100% on a software test. I was checking people that scored 30 and 40% because I was looking really in detail how someone solved the problem. Like, did you use a recursion or did you just had nested if else loops or something? And this is really what got me like the detail to just get an idea. I really wanted to check in detail, and I got an idea. Okay, this person tried something, that might have lasted a bit longer for this time, but it's actually more efficient. And then I invited those people to interview to an online session. Online sessions are a scary thing. In an online session, you don't have to solve 100% again. I'm just trying to check how you solve a problem. So you are under time pressure, and you have a difficult task, and I just want to see how you approach the problem. So this is what was important for me. And then, of course, like trying to figure out, are you a team player? Are your values matching, the team's values? Are you able to work in the group? Because a car is a complex product, so you have to be working with many people together to achieve this complex product. So it started with hiring, and choosing the right people, and then giving them this freedom. Of course, this is if it's a new team. If it's a team that it's already existing, it went a bit different. I was first trying, to get to know the people, get to know the problems, see how they work together, because they were already working together. This was my previous team. And check whether, there are people who are especially good at some certain areas, but they're not working in these areas, and then, try to make smaller changes. Oh, thank you, Vanetta. Yeah, Mary, I agree with you. The culture is one of the most important things for me personally, and I think also for Mercedes. As I said, in the last years, we have really realized that the people are the most important part. Yeah. Alison, I agree with you that it will change who will come in the company. And of course, as I said, you want the right people. I mean, specialists is good, but you really need to be able to work with those people. And you want to like your colleagues because you spent most of your life, with your colleagues. Are there some more questions? So in case there are no further questions, as I said, just add me on LinkedIn and let's just talk there. Ah, boy, we have another. What inspires you each day? Oh, I'm like walking inspiration, but that's something very typical me. Yeah, so I don't know. As I said, I've been into programming and computers since a kid. It's my hobby. So when I wake up and get to do, what I like, this is what inspires me on one hand. On the other hand, when I wake up and see my son's foot on my face, this also inspires me. Because in the end, I also do it for him. And I'm very self-motivated. So I just like to drive things and change things. And I think this is possible no matter on which level you are. And I like working with people. So my team that I know is watching. Hi guys, you're the best. Yeah, this is true. When the professional and the personal are in balance, I think it's the best. Yep, Mary, they're everywhere. They're even writing the whole time on our group, you know, like some distraction. So thank you very much, everyone, for being in this session, and add me. I'll be happy to talk to you and to exchange, and have fun also with the upcoming sessions. And as I said, join the expo at the MB booth, and you can ask even more questions and get more details. Bye-bye.